It's a snow day today, so let's talk some ultrasound. So today we're going to talk about the fetal growth. It's always good to show up with the full bladder again. There are several reasons why you might be getting this done. The doctor could think the baby is large, the doctor could think the baby is small, or the doctor could just be checking to make sure we're on the right track. It, again, doesn't mean anything's wrong. It could just be because they're wanting to see if we're growing on the right track. So you want to have a full bladder for these exams because the bladder being full allows the ultrasound machine to pick up a better image. The ultrasound tech might have you use the bathroom before, and it's just a preference. Some of them want it full, some of them want it empty. The first thing I get whenever we're doing a fetal growth, a picture of baby's position. So where we get baby's position is right above the pelvic bone. Reach his head up, and transverse means head is either over here or over here. Pretty simple, but transverse means baby's laying sideways, and vertex and cephalic means baby is laying head down. Reach means baby's head up. Then I usually go get baby's heart rate. I usually grab a picture of the placenta, the kidneys, this diaphragm, the stomach, the bladder, and this is just our office's preference. So if your office does not do this, do not be alarmed. This is only our doctor's preference. It doesn't mean one is right or one is wrong. It's just what they prefer. All of them like different things. I will then start with my measurements. If baby is head down, I will go on and get the head, and I will measure the head circumference, which is around the head, and then the head diameter, which is across, and that will be labeled HC and BPD. Those are the labels you're going to see for those two measurements. From there, whenever I have the ones that I'm happy with, I will then move to the abdomen, and this is where I will get the AC. This is the abdomen circumference. In this picture, you're going to see a dark circle, which is the stomach. From there, I will move to the femur, and that is where I get the femur lengths. The femur is the long bone in your leg. Some other measurements you might see someone get are humerus lengths, and that's just the humerus, the long bone. Those all compile together for a average for the weight. And don't be alarmed by the weight or the percentage until the doctor has spoken to you. Ultrasound can fluctuate a pound up and down, so it's good to keep that in mind when you're closer to the end. The factors all depend on baby, how they're laying, how good is the picture they're able to get today. There have been times where I have been spot on, and there have been times where I have been a pound off. If it's really off when you give birth to the baby, don't think, oh my gosh, the tech didn't know what they were doing. Don't be overwhelmed by that. It's pretty awesome when you are spot on. It's really a confidence booster, but it's rare when you are, I feel. I will always look at the AFI as well, and that is the fluid levels, and that's where we measure the 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get a maximum vertical pocket, which will be one of the deepest pockets. 26 weeks and up is whenever we begin the AFI. Some offices do it earlier. Every office, again, is different. So if you see someone just doing 1 pocket, it could be their requirement, but you might see this on your growth. It's very important to remember throughout all these ultrasounds that every office is different, every pregnancy is different, and just because I do a certain thing doesn't mean that another tech should do it or another office requires it. It's always, always important to have a full bladder, and it's always important to stay calm. Everybody's situation is unique. Keep that in mind, and have a beautiful day.